Hi, Cancer, and welcome to your mid February check in. This is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If you decide that you would like to book a one on one session with me, link is down in the description box below, as well as information about the decks that I've used throughout the reading. And and then a link to Total Tarot, which is my intensive tarot course. It's subscription based, drop in anytime you want. There's no commitment. It's $15 a month, and we go really deep into it with the goal at the end of the year, at the end of the program, to basically come out having built our own tarot or other divination deck, which would be a lot of fun, as I'm in the mood to create some stuff with people. So if you're interested, check that out. Other than that, I think my link to donate is also down there if you just like to send a little love. So without further ado, let us dive in to your reading. All right, first card out we have is relationships, that being one of the main focus areas. I'm going to pull 3. We have connected. Nice. We have expression. Beautiful. So right off the bat, I'm thinking about like fresh fruits and veggies for some reason. You could have a better relationship with your body right now. Maybe changing the way that you eat, engaging in some type of exercise, or maybe just moving around some type of stagnant energy, changing things up is what I'm getting here regardless. And so what I'm feeling here in relation to that is that the more that you're doing it, you're really finding that you are actually where you need to be. Like, you're doing great. And things seem to flow very easily without seemingly much effort right now. And it is a refreshing thing to hear, for anyone to hear, for that matter. And so let's go a little bit deeper with the Prism Oracle cards. Here we have fear tied to relationships here. We have nourish tied to connected. I did talk about food. And we have death in terms of expression. So very interesting, especially in terms of the colors here. We have the black and pink. I wonder if anyone out there that's listening really enjoys the black and pink here, or has fascination with Halloween. I don't know. Halloween came to mind. Which, not surprising, many people do. Anyways, with relationships, there's a fear there. And I feel like as you're getting in tune with your body, really connecting more with yourself on a physical level, you're recognizing it's never really been about the other person, but about a lot of the things you were unable to explore within yourself. There are some chapters that have remained open for quite some time, and the information has kind of been locked away in your physical being. And it could also be, since it is relationships is tied to the sacral chakra, it could be something from your past, some type of emotional blockage here that has put you in a space to where you're unwilling to create something with others, whether it's the space, the time, the intimacy. There's something there where you're kind of resistant towards something. It's maybe there's some type of hierarchy or some type of power struggles that have resided there before, and so maybe as soon as those feelings start to come up, you kind of cut it off. And then with this connected card and nourish, it really does feel like you're starting to lighten up. You're realizing where you've made that mistakes, and you're starting to at least offer yourself forgiveness, maybe beginning to accept what had happened and not being so hard on yourself or others through this experience, which is very nourishing. Some emotions are very nourishing, especially anytime we're connecting to the heart, especially anytime we're connecting the dots. It really is energetic sustenance when we fill in those missing pieces, those gaps, when we release that tension, those knots, those blocks, right? And then with this death card, we have underneath expression. What I'm getting here is that you're finding the root of the problem, which allows you to surrender more either to a current relationship or to those that are about to emerge for you. And so you're able to be a lot more present now. You're not working from this place of defensiveness. It's like really good kind of shadow work, shadow integration. I feel like you found the answer, and you're willing to kind of fill in the blank where things that you thought were missing are now found, which feels amazing. There still may be a little bit of confusion in terms of, because I'm looking at this kind of like moon, but since it's a black card, it's kind of empty. And so there may be some kind of confusion of, okay, well, what does this look like? What's on the other side of this healing? How do I maintain this? Or, what is the answer if I start to fall back into these patterns? Or maybe even wondering, will I miss it when there are problems that arising that are adjacent to what I've just kind of healed or observed or put up for review within myself, right? Maybe also thinking about something that you need to end. Here we have the Ace of Wands reversed, tied to this relationships in the Sphere card. So again, really kind of when I see the Ace of Wands reversed, it can be like kind of punishing yourself, withholding, keeping things from yourself, from others, but definitely the withholding part, creating some type of stagnation, some type of stalemate here, interrupting flow in some way. And, when you smother a fire, it just ends up being smoke, which gets in everyone's eyes. We're unable to see things clearly. It's painful, right? It creates a lot of emotional distress, like tears. And so it's like, it calls for cleansing. And maybe you've been through a lot of emotional circumstances due to whatever this was that you're starting to realize about yourself, something that you realized you were resisting, you weren't accepting. And it's taken many seasons away from you. Here we have the Five of Pentacles here with this Nourish card and connected. And so you're finding yourself, even though there's a lot that you've lost due to this, you're finding these changes allow you peace and relaxation where you are currently, or at least within yourself. You've kind of come to terms with things. Again, that acceptance, that forgiveness that's coming in, and it's allowing you to use that energy elsewhere. I feel like it's allowing you to use that energy elsewhere, and it's improving a lot of your relationships. And here with the Death card, I love it. We have a progression in energy because we have the Six of Pentacles. And so now the universe wants to offer you something, whether it is by you finally letting go and moving away from something that brought you to this place of realization. It may have run its course. If not, it's the death of what it used to be. And so now we're on to new lessons, new challenges, new opportunities. And so, but with that, the universe kind of wants to bring in something for you to enjoy and to celebrate this work that you've done, this inner work that you've been able to accomplish. And so I'm getting the sense of maybe some type of either there's like a bonus coming in or something that you're being offered that really kind of helps lighten your load. Maybe it's a little bit of celebration, like a nice dinner or something too. But whatever it is, you're able to fully enjoy it. You could end up having a really beautiful conversation. Maybe for some reason I'm thinking maybe a show or a play, even though I don't know how that's possible right now. But something in terms of like acting, theater, something that's really engaging, some type of entertainment that you're allowed to have or to purchase or to engage with in some way. Let me pull a few more cards here. Okay. So we have the Justice card and the Knight of Swords. So instead of having to battle things out kind of in a rough way, a rough and tumble way, justice, things are more deliberate. You're able to be more fair to yourself and perhaps to others, bringing balance to any type of situation instead of charging right ahead and trying to be the authority or the force that keeps things as they are, that maintains the status quo in some form or fashion. It's like, no, there's no need to do that. And it's also like being more responsive. So less of a reactionary cause here. Here with the Five of Pentacles, we have the Three of Cups and the Seven of Cups. Oh, wow, which would equal a 10. So we've completed something by making good choices. We're coming together with others. We're recognizing how we kind of fit into the dynamics of other people in terms of our energy, and how our energy affects others, affects our relationships, affects our ability to lighten up, enjoy the good times, to really be able to, I'm trying to nourish, connected. Enter kind of a sense of flow with other people. I feel like you cut yourself off, or cut things off, or keep yourself kind of cut off from others, and now you're kind of be able to go in. It's like kind of like being the wallflower at the party, and then all of a sudden like you show up and like you're like loud and ecstatic and you're not just kind of looming around like a ghost of who you used to be. You're able to really tap into, and that could be one thing. It's like you really kind of miss who you used to be, and it's like, where did I lose that? And now you're starting to regain that person, to welcome and invite them back in, to get reacquainted with oneself in some way. All right, and then we have the King of Wands reversed. And so moving forward, there's still a bit of being unsure. There also may be a want to kind of push and pursue, and being really excited in all of this change that is happening, but ease up a little bit. Ease up a little bit. That excitement is great and wonderful and all, but again, be discerning, because there are also instances where you do need to withdraw, where you do need to withhold a bit. There may be some things that aren't so great for you, but you need to be able to not just lump them in with all of the excitement of having shifted some type of situation, or perspective of one's experience, or shift in your experience. Sorry, a bit jumbled here. So there could be some kind of confusion here. Maybe it's uncertain what action to take next. And I feel like even though you may feel really safe with someone or some situation, again, it's probably taken its course to some degree. But I feel like it's like, hold off, don't get too cocky. You could end up kind of undoing the work that you've done if you move too quickly, and because there's still something good coming in here, but recognize that it may not last as long as you had hoped for. So, but that doesn't necessarily mean that whatever else is coming in is bad. So I would like to pull one more card for you, just to kind of see. I'm actually getting pull two. Energy cleanse. All right. So there may be some things that you still don't really like, some things that do kind of get a little messy here and again. And if it's a partnership, there are other things there that maybe weren't as big of an issue, or weren't as much of a problem prior to you resolving this kind of inner conflict, or self, this hindrance within. It made these other issues look maybe a bit small, but it's time to start making kind of decisions in terms where the energy goes. I feel like there's some type of balance that needs to happen. Maybe something with finances comes up, or maybe ideas about longevity, ideas about moving forward, because then we also have the Temperance card and the Two of Swords here. So it's necessary to be kind to yourself, to continue to experiment and communicate, and recognize that not everything's going to be perfect just because you fix this one thing. So don't be willing to scrap it completely, but investigate a little bit more. See what other type of areas of conflict or friction or resistance exist there, and recognize whether it's your own or it's someone else's that's being brought to the table. I feel like there's still a lot of emotion that you're going to be processing, which could create some confusion at times, but it's offering you the chance inevitably to begin to see clear. But right now it's mainly about seeing things that are directly tied to this in particular. Let's see. Yeah. 1 second. Yeah. So being careful when in ways that you express yourself, because there may be something, a slip of the tongue or something that creates an explosive uh, conversation. So mind your energy, mind your words. Um, yeah, take care in how you express yourself without silencing yourself in any way. So, anyways, that is what I have for you, Cancer. I hope that that was helpful. Again, check out the description box below for plenty of little links and tidbits and information about all the things that we can do together. And I'll catch you in March. Bye for now.